setting.
Session 2 was titled Twin Sons, meant to capture the spirit of the twin sons of Faldrin within this realm. The session opened in a fractured memory of the Battle of Kennel Pass. Raiden clashed with a knight clad in black and gold, who was later revealed to be Severo Gallahorn, the twin brother of Alexis Gallahorn. Gideon sought to get the citizens to safety under Cassius's command. Elthrin, then only a student, fell in the chaos only to be revived by Leonidas Pridesmane himself. He was ore farming. An unsuspecting arcane warden, Alexis Gallahorn, also fought at the side of Raiden, assisting him in battle. Before this encounter could be resolved, reality snapped back to the present time, and that's where we met our heroes again, where the party stood in the synagogue of Kael Morn before Rabbi Caiaphas. I misspelled his name, I apologize. That's how you know it's not ChatGPT. Who revealed that the king and queen demanded Raiden's presence. King Borin Gallahorn, bloated and cruel beside his frail wife, berated the party for Cassius Iscariot's escape, while I used a prop to eat and spit and throw some things, making it very exciting and immersive, hopefully. Yep. Gideon accepted blame, recounting the masked attackers, wyverns, and flying horrors, and in a shocking moment, Raiden attempted to resign his rank as captain of the Mortal Vanguards. The king refused, and instead he bound them to 3 tasks. Attend the execution of Nectus Uprising member, track down Cassius, and considering Raiden mentioned that he was feeling some type of way about this instance, and about who they were tasked to bring in, instead they would just have to provide his location, and the king would take care of the rest. And then lastly, investigate arcane anomalies and magical disturbances rising in the graveyards of Kennel Pass. You all 3 agreed to this. Side note that I ran out of room and was not able to mention. Elthrin was spoken to by Rabbi Caiaphas in regards to getting answers, potentially at midnight. That same night, before you left. Later in a tavern, I believe it was the Copper Coin, the party was reunited with Alexis Gallahorn, who looked a little bit older, not by much, and a tiefling named Remy Leroux. The night ended beneath a hanging tree. Again, ran out of space, but the title of this location was the Cronian, with a K. This is where Leonidas Pridesmane was led to his execution. And before the crowd, and before his friends, and before his own clan, he proclaimed that the twin sons of Faldrin would shine again. And as the Pridesmane clan prepared to claim his body, Elthrin whispered to him through magic while casting message. You might not remember me, but I do of you. Leonidas, I am Elthrin Phalar, friend of Raiden and Gideon. I have one final message from Raiden. He says that Cassius lives, the uprising lives, and it is through his spirit that we have the strength to carry on. Thank you for saving me that day, and I'm sorry, but there is nothing more we can do. Leonidas tracked the surrounding area for where this magic was coming from, who was saying it, and locking eyes with Elthrin, he smiled and replied back to him in his mind through message, Valen lives. And with a hang of the chain around his neck and movement of weapons, Leonidas was executed. And that is where we ended last session. Excellent. Okay. Let me do this real quick. Everyone's got the ambience, the music.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me
Right.
turn my Beastie Boys off.
Yeah, get out of here, man. You're gonna want to listen to this anyways. Square.
Dude, Beastie Boys is pretty good, much good for every occasion. So
It is. It's pretty great. Okay. Excellent.
oh god
Okay.
damn, not this song, dude.
Okay. That's where we begin session 3. Writing. Cold hands find their way across your scarred back. It is calloused and bruised, much like you. The fire warms the rest of your cold body. Satin linens wrap around you and someone next to you. You sit and you stare at the burning wood. Outside, beyond the windows, a fog. Alexis groans in her sleep. Her chest is scarred with cuts from historic battles that you always tell yourself that you'll ask her about, but you never do. A deep burn scar on her top left shoulder is always the one that stands out to you. And as she reaches her arm to your back, she says, "My knight in shining armor. Can't sleep? Scared." It's about midnight.
I don't know if scared's the right word.
Something troubles your spirit. She's got glossy eyes. She looks tired. It's a few days before the Battle of Kennel Pass will commence. What's the expression on your face? What are you feeling in this moment?
I think you painted a good picture, kind of staring at the fire, pensive, flicker kind of dancing in glossy eyes, as I know that this moment, as beautiful as it is and as much as I've hoped for it, it is very likely not going to make it through the battle. And at Kennel Pass, very likely everything will change and not all of us are coming back.
She continues to kind of run her fingernails across your back and feels the deep wounds, the large scars from your time in the Mortal Vanguards and your just time in war as a soldier. She says, I didn't think you to be one who was nervous about anything.
Raiden would feign a smile and say, "Never have been, and I'm not now." And I would lean in to kiss her.
Excellent. Is this truth, or do you need to roll deception?
This would be deception for sure.
You gotta beat a... Actually, that's part of the form.
Give her the 2! This is This is a lie that's not meant to be malicious. It's not meant to actually lie,
Sure.
but more
Sure,
of
sure, sure.
get through the moment.
Bravado.
Yeah, it's just like false bravado, basically. Which I don't know why, but it doesn't look like. Oh, there it is. Not very good.
She props herself up, covering her chest with the rest of the blankets as her armor rests in the corner of the room, and she puts her head and her warm cheek on your shoulder, and she says, "You're already handsome. You're only cuter when you lie." As she takes her hand and places it over yours, and you hold each other's hands, you feel the indent on her finger of where a ring should be. As you know, and at the sense that this is all kind of borrowed, you get that not only, or that it's all coming to an end, especially because of Kennel Pass. You get the sense that time with Alexis is already borrowed as it is.
Well, we might not have a whole lot of time for you to make good on all those little promises. So let's not waste him.
You're probably right. Take me away. We can run away. How does that sound? I don't have to be an arcane warden anymore. You can deal with General Core, and you don't have to carry that ugly armor.
You know, you're right. Fortunately, it's not this armor I can't run away from, it's the cause.
Problem with being loyal to the cause, Raiden, is that the cause will always betray you.
And you won't?
Not on purpose.
Well, maybe the cause doesn't mean to either.
That's a good way to look at it. Do you say anything else to her in this moment? This fleeting memory?
Now, I think I would just lay my head kind of in her chest.
Okay.
And enjoy it. Enjoy the connection, the touch, the being able to hold something. That is beautiful. Knowing that I'm going to have to let it go.
Amazing.
You got me feeling emotional over here, damn.
Can you tell I'm divorced?
Yeah. I feel it.
Fuck. The time leaves, and as you all find yourselves back in this area of the Cronian, oh god, it's kind of a bop actually, of the Cronian, and as the soldiers and the Pridesmaid clan lower the body of Leonidas by the chains. Let me see if I can. The chains fall from the tree and crumble into damn, I don't have my keys. Crumple into around the tree. The body of Leonidas is carried away by the Pride's main clan. And in this moment, all three of you see the chains taken, and these guards rush over with masks. They already have helms, but you notice that there's something, a layer over their mask as well, over their helms, their metallic helms as well, with some sort of plastic lining. Their hands are equally covered in plastic. As they take the chains, they scoop it into like a dark sackcloth bag, and they instantly ignite it on fire. They begin to wade over it, and they dig a hole and continue to ignite the flames even higher. As they move the chains, they go up to the branches, and they begin taking the branches and cutting them where it was tied. And you see the Pride's main clan weeping, and one of them looks over to you, the three of you in the area, and you hear them bickering amongst each other. They fought with him. He was one of them. Well, they did nothing. They stood by and did nothing while he died. Do you say anything as they pass?
I give him a sharp look.
Oh. They meet your gaze with eyes. One of the lion's folk, the taller one, with easily 3 heads taller than you, probably 7'5", good 350 pounds, muscle, lean, gray fur, a large gash on his upper nostril, looks over to you, and he just meets your gaze and kind of growls, with a hint of misplaced emotion. Roll me a insight, if you would like, Gideon, as you meet this one's gaze. Wow. Fantastic. On a 20, on a dirty 20, you can see just on his face alone that this anger, this growling, this frustrated stare at you, while he is frustrated with you and with the three of you, it's mostly misplaced, as his kin has just died. But he bears some resentment at this.
I look him in the eye and I say, death is the next step in the cause.
It didn't have to be today.
I give him a nod.
While the older, kind of more gruff one passes, a shorter, smaller one, feminine-looking, approaches you and says, "We plan on having a wake for Leonidas and you." And she looks over at Raiden, specifically, but Elthrin, you're in the proximity of the two of them. She says, we're having a wake, and you and your whoever you come with, more than welcome to attend. I know he meant a lot to you, as he meant a lot to all of us. In spite of his stance during the uprising, we value our kin.
Where is this wake?
It will be at our home, where our clan resides. It is a a small berth of land just outside Kennel Pass. You can't miss it. She kind of draws a crude sketch on a map, and hands it to you. She says, "We don't reveal the name in public, as Pride's main clan are a selective bunch, but if you follow this, you'll be able to find it."
And when should we plan to arrive?
It will be in 2, maybe 3 days. the Pridesmain clan, our wakes are long, so unless you don't come for a week, you shouldn't miss it.
And I'll glance at the guy that exchanged words with Gideon, and I will say, and is it safe?
As safe as anywhere your travels have taken you, Captain.
Well, that's not much of a...
We are a warrior clan, and our kin is proud.
We lost a good friend today, and I'm not trying to lose another. And I hope that that message is relayed through your clan before we arrive.
I will do my best. Thank you.
Thank you.
She nods at you, Gideon, before she moves along the way. At this point, by the tree, the chains are completely burned, and the sackcloths are now completely ash. And you see the two knights begin to dig in an area. Right in at the as you turn to see where the tree is going, right in Elthrin, Gideon, you notice Severo kind of looking down and covering his face, which he appears more upset than you would have imagined for somebody who fought for Valen, but he's been silent the whole time. What is the plan of the party now?
I suggest.
I think we kind of have split responsibilities for tonight, at least. I know Elthrin?
Yeah.
You've got your meeting with the guy, and I believe my plan was to head back to the Copper Coin with Alexis. But I'm also not opposed to doing all of this as a party. I think, and you guys can, this is just out of character, I think you guys can tell me if I'm way off base, but my thought here is that we can't stay here working for the king. I mean, these little tasks that he gave us, I think they might be okay to follow for our own ends, but I'm not planning on coming back here and kneeling before him. Thoughts?
It's already been stated by General Corn that I am no longer of that of the school. So I have no ties.
I think. What about you, Gideon?
We'll get messy, but I'm in agreement, speaking simply. Before we leave, though, I do have matters to attend. I'd like to go to my monastery, the Umbral Seal, and inform them of these recent events. They need to be aware. Shouldn't take long. You're welcome to accompany me, or I can do it solo. I'm open to either way.
What time is it at the moment? I know it was later in the night.
Yes. What did you say, Elthrin? I'm sorry.
What time is it at the moment? I know it's late at night.
It's pretty late. It's probably 9:30, 10, if that. Pretty close to midnight.
I think we should. We've done our duty. I don't think we're going to have raised any suspicion at this point. I think we should probably. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep.
Am I talking really quiet?
No, you're good.
I think we should maybe rendezvous at the Copper Coin in the morning and be prepared for a journey. I think investigating Kennel Pass is an important thing we should do, not just because the king asked us to do it, but because of Leonidas' last words and the anomalies, and then that puts us on track to at least go and pay our respects as well.
Agreed. 100%.
I agree. Yes. Gideon, where is the location of this monastery of yours?
DM.
I'm asking because I want to know what the distance is between his place and where I need to go.
I understand
not
there's
very
something
far.
local. Yeah.
Yeah. There's something local here. In Kael'Morn, there is a facility that kind of acts as like a hub for the Umbral Seal at this time. But I think where is your home monastery? Did you want to decide that? I can decide that, but I want to give you some agency there as well. If you wanted to have a hand in the world building.
No,
I think it would be to the west.
Okay. Do you think it's on the ground then?
What's that?
You think it's on the ground, or do you think it's in the Skylands?
Shit. I think it's on the ground.
Okay. Then I'll say it's close by Valen's Peak. It used to be called Valen's Peak, but it is now called Crown Spike. But it was originally called Valen's Peak. You guys would all know this. Also, can everyone roll me stealth real quick?
Uh-oh.
Man.
Casual stealth roll.
Okay. Corporate casual.
Oh no.
No. Don't do this to us.
What'd you do?
Incredible.
Can I change it to a 2? Will it be better?
Give
Oh
whoever we're hiding from a 2.
Everyone's soul.
Dude,
Okay.
I literally rolled a natural 1.
Same.
Oh, that's good to know. Oh, that's actually excellent to know. Okay, that's incredible.
We're not being very stealthy.
I'm supposed to be very stealthy.
Yeah, me
Gideon's
too, I got a
over there
+7.
going, "Ah."
I'm upset about the death. Okay.
He's still weeping.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Are we splitting? Or Gideon, you know that your monastery is not very far away. Everything is probably close to about 15 to a 30-minute walk round trip from where you are to the synagogue. You also know all three of you, due to your origins, would know, this is kind of a universal thing, that the king does not reside in Kael'Morn. The king resides in Crownspike, the city. He has a, royal palace there, so to speak, a castle, if you will, in Crownspike. He's here in Kael'Morn for business. So you think the next time that you would have to see him would be in Crownspike. If there was anything you wanted to check off the list rather quickly while he's here, I guess above table meta-wise, that would be the time to try to bang it out, get it done, and see him since it's now, because Crownspike is kind of hard to travel to.
Can I clarify? So Kael'Morn and Crownspike are obviously different based on what you just said. So how far away are they?
Very. Kael'Morn is in the Skylands. You guys took the Aether Spire to get here, so it is in the sky. Crownspike is probably about 4 days on horseback from Bloodfen Gully. So you know that if you were to take the Aether Spire back down to Bloodfen Gully, it's about 5 hours or so, and then you would take.
Where is that in relation to Kennel Pass?
Kennel Pass is in the further east. So if Crown Spike is in the furthest northern part, then you go down. You have yep, thank you, Jeremy. Gideon, you have Bloodfen Gully, and then you go all the way east. You have Kennel Pass.
Okay, so it's okay.
So it's like an L.
Correct.
We may need
I'll
a
work
rough
on
map
making that.
at some point.
I'll work on that.
I'm okay with literally just like north, south, east, west dots.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to.
Throw some rice on a map. That'll be the map.
I know you
Grok-
love your
Grok
immersion
is
though,
entered.
so
Grok has entered the chat.
I tried that. ChatGPT is shitty at making maps.
Grok's not too bad. Grok's
should
better
Well,
at the images, I think.
Have well, I'll talk about it with you after session. Never mind.
that's
Do love my immersion, so I might have to work on that for sure.
yeah. I figured you probably would like to do that, but
As far as well, go ahead. Sorry, finish.
good.
To say in character, I would, as I was saying to say, I have some time to kill before my meeting. Mind if I tag along?
Absolutely. The more the merrier. I clap you on the shoulder.
Alexis looks to you, right, and she says, you can come by the Copper Coin at any time. I'll be there. So if you have other things you need to attend to.
I'll turn to Gideon and say, "Is it important for me to go with you?"
Not at all, friend. Do what you need to do.
Okay, I'll tell Alexis. Let's go now. We've got a lot to discuss.
We're splitting the party, yeah!
As much as you love that, I'm sure.
Okay. Incredible. Just gonna make encounters a lot more fun. No, I'm just kidding.
He was really trying to not split the party too. I could feel that. Let me ask you,
okay.
DM, is it important for us to not split the party right now?
He ain't gonna say yes or
No.
no.
Good question.
By all means.
We
I
could
would
split
love
the party anyways, because I'm not having this conversation with these guys around. That's for damn sure.
Why not?
I
I
would
wanna know
love
the
for
eight.
you to fight a lich by yourself, you know?
Vecna.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, also, I think now's a good time to say, though, before we get to a point in the campaign, I was planning, I've been listening to a lot of Critical Role.
Oh no.
The way, and he doesn't scale the areas of encounters to the party. Kind of like that. How do you guys feel about that? So you guys could get into something that's like,
Not in D&D, a fight is never mandatory. You have a way to back away all the time, so I'm down for it.
Okay, so I agree. Now, with that, I think it is the responsibility of the DM to give enough information about the encounter
sure,
that we know it's probably a good idea.
not winnable.
Not even not winnable, but like, hey, this is going to be
Winnable.
really difficult, and there are options out of it, right? Like, it's one of the, dude. I've been a part of so many D&D games where it's like the DM's trying to give like veiled hints, and the party's just like, no, he wouldn't have put us in this fight if we couldn't win it.
Oh.
And so I would just ask that you communicate effectively.
Sure.
I think we
I
can fight Vecna.
might put you in a fight that you can't win. Not like on purpose. It just might be something that happens that you guys get into, and I'll be sure to do that. But as a general rule of thumb as well, for me anyways, especially playing a lot of Souls games, if it bleeds, you can probably kill it.
I hate that, and I love it at the same time because I love Souls.
I know you love Souls. If
I,
it bleeds, if the dice are in your favor and it bleeds, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but I'm saying
he's saying that because of the last encounter in my campaign, where they had the party split into 3 ways and they had to fight 3 separate enemies in each party.
No, that was pretty good. That was a good fight,
That was
but
tough, man.
it was
The
pain.
one-on-one fights are tough.
I didn't scale them down too much, but they made it out because of what 4 total nat 20s from all of you guys on them.
Oh my god.
I had 2
That's
nat
crazy.
20s. which is
You had
incredible.
2. I know Chewy had 2, I believe, as well.
Absolutely electric. Okay. Since Jeremy is gone, Gideon is gone, I'm going to say you guys agree to depart. And as you carry off, the last thing. Oh, Gideon's back. As you guys are leaving the Cronian, you notice again the knights kind of where there was a. Let me see if I can rock this really quickly. Good time frame. I think. Yep. Excellent. You notice that this caravan off to the side is now lit on fire by these knights. And they begin to kind of move in on it, making sure the flames don't get out of control.
Is that where they placed the body?
No, that is where the body came out. That is where Leonidas walked out.
I thought they put him back in. I was gonna say.
No. No, all of the Pridesbane clan has taken the body and departed.
Gotcha. Sorry.
No problem. Okay. Excellent. As you guys leave the Cronian, again, the last thing you see is the burning caravan of that had horses and that housed Leonidas to his execution. As you go your separate ways, we'll start with Gideon and Elthrin. You guys, I don't, no problem. I don't have a map of the monastery. We're gonna go all because I try not to do it if there's not gonna be an encounter there, as I kind of said before, which might change in the future.
We're safe.
Huh?
Said we're safe. We're good.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So, as you and Gideon kind of walk amongst the city, the town crowd is rustling with voices and it's a bit busy off into the as the growing night comes. It's a bit loud. You hear some disrest. Some people are like, well, he deserved to die. The rebel, you know, they're kind of arguing amongst themselves. And as you pass through, Gideon, you make your way up down a familiar path that you've known practically all of your life. As you reach the steps of the Umbral Seal, describe to us, if you would like, what the entrance looks like. Is it is it something that's kind of like off on the walling of the city? Do you think it kind of blends in and kind of like a shop is just kind of like there in a bunch of buildings and you kind of walk into the side of it? Or do you think is it a set location specific to that area surrounded by other roads? Yeah?
No, I like that it blends in and it's kind of stealthy itself.
Fantastic. So it's like a hole in the wall almost, but with a little bit of
You wouldn't think much of it to look at it.
Amazing. Very, very modest. Very modest monastery. Humble. Yes. I'll say that the steps that of the outside of the door, the stone door of where you enter is kind of lined with a sort of gold and red, maybe maroon, gold and maroon sash that opens outward. So it's almost like you're walking on something significant. I'll even say that there's some sandals outside the door with a sign written in Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish, probably the most popular languages of Kael'Morn, that say, please take your shoes off. Please remove shoes. And in the front as well, there's maybe a statue of dragon. And as you enter the steps and get to the doorway, what's going through your mind before you enter?
So I'm here on business, so I'm really here just to inform them of everything that's happened.
Okay, excellent.
So I kind of sit down on the steps, and I very slowly and methodically take off my boots
Amazing.
and set them aside, and I point to Eldrin, if you please.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of start taking them off and set them down.
Electric. As you enter the monastery of the Umbral Seal, bamboo mats lay out the entire walkway of the facility. The outside of the monastery does nothing to really fully grasp how big and dense the inside of the monastery is. As the bamboo tarps are on the floor, you hear the sound of fists hitting punching bags or other variety of punches and motions and movements, as you see some of the students wrapped in white geese, some of them, no shirts, some of them, all of them, no shoes, as Simram walks back and forth along the lining of the monastery, kind of looking as he goes, nodding, hands to his face, nodding some more, pointing out some things. Your sensei, your master, continues to walk. He is a tall, again, probably only a head higher than you. Kind of on the smaller side for a dragonborn. His scales glow with a bright blue hue to them. Let me know if you can see that image. As Simran Nocturna walks to and fro, conducting his steps as he sees fit, wrapped in a dark blue robe with white fur on the ends, and again, much like the walkway, gold and red sash for a belt, and beads around his neck. You can tell that he is in his he's in work mode, Again, he says. Once more, as he continues to walk, you see the students, yeah, 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 as he instructs them to continue in the training rituals and to continue in the movements that are involved in your combat, in your specific practice. Yes, precisely.
I think I'll walk up next to, what's his name? Sorry,
Simran.
I'll say much. I just stand next to him and I watch what they're doing.
Incredible. He's so locked in, he doesn't even feel your presence next to you, as he's just chest out, kind of a scales. He scratches his chin, he looks down, he's kind of shakes his head. Oh, so much to learn, so little time. It's unfortunate.
That is the way of things. I speak to him.
Huh. Should have told me you were coming, friend. And he fully reaches out his arms to embrace you.
Hesitate for a moment. And then I embrace him back.
Incredible. He notices the hesitation.
I just say that I wasn't expecting to come, friend.
Right, well, it's good to have you nonetheless. What brings you to... You're not usually in Kael'morn this often. I thought you were groundside.
I was. But that is neither here nor there. I must speak with the inner circle immediately.
What's this involved? Pardon my manners. He looks over to you, Elthrin. I am Simran Nocturna. Pleased to meet you.
I should also forgive myself for not introducing my friend. Faldrin, please.
Althrin Palar. Pleasure.
Roll me a strength saving throw as you take his hand.
That's a 4?
You feel like you're giving it your all to like squeeze this guy's hand, and he just like, you hear a bone kind of, you're like, you do your best to save face as he,
Pleasure.
Strong handshake, that one. Excellent. He says, yeah. Well, I can't get. Well, Gideon, he kind of looks at Elthrin, gives him an eye. Since the uprising, inner circles, we haven't been exactly on good terms. We don't even have a family leader. You know this.
I do. I must speak with somebody trustworthy.
You can always speak with me, Gideon.
Then I shall speak with you.
Would you like to go somewhere private?
Indeed.
Please.
As we walk off, I tell Elthrin, hey, you get used to it. A handshake.
Yeah. It really felt good.
As you guys kind of go into his private office, he you notice that Simran, as he enters, he kind of as soon as he enters the room, it's like cloth, purple cloth covers the entrance, and he kind of opens it, walks in, moves this, taking from the wall a cloth. He washes his hands at his face, takes the cloth, places it on the ground, kneels, touches his forehead to the ground, and does like 3 or 4 of these before standing up and says, "Blessings to you, my friends. Before you tell me what needs to be said, I'll have you know that Kamal Nocturna, she is supposed to be at a banquet hall for a grand dinner tonight, involving the king."
DM, who is Kamal?
Kamal is so Nocturna, as Simran mentioned, has no family leader at this time due to its fractured status and the split that was present during the Ectus uprising, some siding with Valen and some siding with Cassius. But Kamal is someone, she's an elf woman who has kind of garnered attention from House Nocturna to like be in control at this point. A lot of people are like, hey, this is going on in the house, or like a lot of practical things like, hey, I don't know if I can pay my mortgage, and she'll like rally the house to like assist, or it's like, hey, I will have this business venture, or hey, I heard that Galahorn was doing this, right? Like she's kind of the person as of right now that is stepping into a family leader role at this point. So a lot of the house and a lot of House Nocturna kind of adhere to her for requests, guidance, things like that. You've never been overtly fond of her.
Mm-hmm. Is there a
Can't
reason
quite
why?
put your finger on why. It's just kind of like a you think it's roll me a history real quick. I'll beat a 12 on this.
While he rolls, would I know anything from studies about her?
Unfortunately, your studies do not capture the political and the nobility side of things.
I tried.
You did try.
I got a 16.
You would be in the dark on this, Elthrin. On a 16, yeah. Perfect. On a 16, you know that in the past, it is Kamal's neutrality that you are uncertain of. She tends to be neutral to a fault on things that should demand a stance, in your opinion. And that kind of worries you. Kind of gives the classic political answer, right? Or like an HR email, right? Well, we certainly understand X, Y, and Z, right? Or we can appreciate your concern for,
Right.
or allegations of this matter are abhorrent, and we take them seriously, right? But never condemning or allying or siding with whatever is said, and vice versa.
Gotcha.
Please speak. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Lost
We
him.
lost him.
It's over.
So Simran, some things have happened.
okay.
I give him the full story of what's happened on the spire
Okay.
with the wyverns and the
Sure.
peritons,
Sure. Yeah.
and the red and black riders that speak strange language never heard before.
I see.
And Cassius as well.
This is incredibly troubling. I'm glad that you're safe. More importantly, I'm glad that your dereliction of duty did not lead to any more strict consequences from the king. You okay, Michael?
Yeah, just connection cut out again. So you guys were doing your thing, so I figured I'd just fix it real quick.
Excellent. Figured as much. I'm glad to hear that you're safe. This is concerning news.
Indeed, I'm most interested in these black riders. I believe they were after Cassius. I don't know why.
Sounds like it.
But I would very much like to know. I believe our order needs to be aware of these events.
On an 18 or higher on this roll.
Guidance.
Simran will be. Are you gonna guidance Simran? That's actually electric.
Oh wait, what?
Simran
Oh.
may be able to divulge some information for you.
Sorry, I thought you said he's gonna have to roll something.
He's got a +4 to that. Would you like to guidance Simran?
Sure. Yeah.
How do you go about this?
No, fuck it. I see that he's trying to gather his.
Yeah, you can
thoughts.
see him kind of
yeah.
like trying to think, and like he's kind of like.
I see him doing that,
articulate.
and I go, my friend, if I may, I put my hand up towards him on his shoulder, and you see a beam of light come out of my hand. I go, let me help you collect your thoughts.
Incredible. Would you like to roll the d4 to see?
Yes, sir. That's a 3.
Okay. Wow. Which is a 19. Amazing. On a 19, the magic kind of flows in this area, and something that you've never seen before, Elthrin. As you cast this cantrip, the magical lights and the aura of them float in this space. They hang in this area. The lights, the magic moves all around him. And he says, oh, you are a wizard.
In training, yes.
So incredible. Thank you. This has helped me. As he focuses his thoughts, he looks to you, Gideon. He says, there have been there have been stirs and rumors in the circle of the Umbral Sill that there exists a sort of cult, if you will. The better word for it escapes me at this time, but a being with a mask of cosmos, skin consistently changing colors, impossible to tell. He speaks in a monotone, cryptic voice. I don't even know if it's a he. I don't have a name for you, but these black and red riders, they match the description of his followers, if you will. He opens a drawer to his side and taking from it a small envelope. He opens it and there is a small needle with spool around it. He says, "This was the only thing." He hands it to you. But some of our brothers and sisters of the Umbral Seal, they were attacked. They didn't speak. They were just attacked. They left that.
We have any idea what this is?
Somebody that's bad at knitting? I haven't the slightest.
Sure.
Can I see that, please, Gideon?
I headed to Eldrin.
The attack was about last week, maybe earlier, maybe 2 weeks ago. Didn't think much of it, but the families are talking. By families, I mean not just Nocturna, but Fenric has mentioned that they too were left this cryptic needle and thread and sewing things.
So this is a trend.
Second one that's happened in the past few months.
Did you get word to the other monasteries? Only those trustworthy. And I give him a wink.
Right. Yes, I think that's wise. You can keep that. What were you doing with it, Elfred?
I guess while they were talking, is there any, like, without having to cast anything, any type of magical ambience from this piece?
You can roll an Arcana, for sure.
That is a. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt what you guys were talking. 19.
Damn. Unfortunately, on a
God.
19,
I can't hit that.
incredibly
It's-
pain.
I was say no. I don't have to if it's already too late.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, please. It was a 20, so you're, even if you roll one.
21.
You detect. At first, you're like, this is nothing, right? The further you look into it,
You see me do a little.
you feel and you see an arcane kind of residue left over on the lining of the silk inside the needle, as well as the end of the needle. You see some type of arcanic, maybe radiant type of residue wrapped around it.
With.
Go
ahead.
As an acolyte, that the only type of magic that usually radiates off this is that of some type of divine nature.
Can I? I'll look above them as they're talking and say, "Don't mind me." And I'll turn around and pull out a little pearl and place it in the middle of this paper and cast Identify on it. Is there anything I notice or see from it?
Let's see.
Place it on there. You see little arcane sparks begin popping out from the pearl, and it begins to float above it. You see a beam of light shine upon the item.
Don't think Identify is going to be able to do it because it isn't a magical item. It does have some magical residue left over. And I guess what I could do is tell you, let's see. Properties, how to use them. If the item was created by a spell. Yeah, actually. You know that this item was created by a spell. You learn that spell's name.
I actually learn it. I just know what it is.
Let's see here.
I'd say it's crazy if I actually learn it.
I got a home. Oof.
I die.
This is some homebrew stuff. So, you are a very smart student of the Exil Spire. You have seen and studied thousands of words, close to millions of words that involve spellcraft, spell casting, curses, wizardry. Basically like a what is it, the what is the chart? Is it mineral chart? Not mineral chart, the mineral table.
Periodic table?
Not periodic table. Thank you. You know things that, like, to that level. All you get is a word. I'm going to DM you that word.
Oh,
Actually, yes. I'm going to DM you that word.
Oh no.
Where are you?
Right there.
I know you're in my There you are. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it. And suddenly that is a spell. That is the name of a spell that you know. Not know, but that
I have no knowledge.
it does not match any spell that you've studied in your lifetime.
Okay. I'll have to.
I can. Here's what I would suggest, Gideon. Kamal is meeting, like I said, there's a. Well, I was going to ask if you were going to be going tonight, anyways. I will be attending. There's a, I guess, ball, or really it is a annual dinner with the king and the powers of Kael Morn tonight.
Simran, is there some reason why I need to attend to such matters?
Well, I figured if you wanted to speak to Kamal yourself, we're not exactly on talking terms at this point.
I'm not sure I have any need to speak to Kamal.
Very well. Either way, she will be in attendance, as will Sterling Fenric. You recognize the name, Gideon. You know that he is the family leader of House Fenric. If you wanted to discuss what happened with his attack recently. It's kind of taboo. Don't tell anybody else I told you. I don't think any of the other families know. They don't know about our attack either. So obviously keep it in-house. But, just giving you clues here.
Keep it in mind.
Excellent. There is another matter I would like to speak with you with. If you don't
But
mind
of course.
having,
Let me have it.
if you don't mind having your friend wait outside.
Not at all. I'll take my leave. And I'll begin walking out. Just kind of close the door behind me and lean, not really lean against the wall, but just kind of in front of it, about 2 feet, just sit on the ground, looking at this paper.
The Rams just lost.
Say that again. Sorry.
No, sorry. Football stuff. Okay.
Oh.
Simran. Patriots and Seattle is terrible. Got to root for the Patriots now.
I know,
Yeah.
me too, and I'm not super happy about it.
Fucking terrible. Okay. Simran grows very serious and he says, I mentioned that we didn't have a family leader, and that's hurting us significantly. It's causing a significant financial strain on the Umbral Seal. And not only am I not on good speaking terms with Kamal, there has been some division within the Umbral Seal lately in regards to your stance on this, Cassius. And while I respect and I love you, Gideon, our funding within the family of House Nocturna is, well, it's being challenged. And I would never ask, gods be damned, I would never ask for you to step down from your position within the Umbral Seal. But if House Nocturna decides that the family, the monasteries, are a privilege and not a right, well, unfortunately, we will be closing. Steph.
I mean, I understand. Speak clearly, Simran. Are you asking me to step away?
I would never ask that. You know this. You are
Seems
one of
like
my
you are.
finest, one of my best pupils. No. God, no. But there's no even guarantees that if you stepped away, they would continue to fund it. But I will say that might give us a better shot. Sleep on it, maybe. Or maybe talk to Kamal yourself. Like I said, that's why I've been so pushing you towards this. She's very adamant that you wish to go run away with this rebel. And well, I know that you have your attachments to Cassius, and while I personally stance with the individual with him in a lot of areas, I cannot devote myself and the Umbral Seal to a insurrectionist.
Cassius is important, Simran.
He is, and I agree.
And this What's her name again? Sorry.
Kamal.
Kamal. This Kamal.
Kamal.
Her neutrality, it sickens me.
It does for me as well.
I will consider speaking with her. I make no promises.
Only the ones that you can keep. And for that, I love you. Just think about what I've said. Other than that, students miss you. You know. Maybe, and you know, if they shut us down, maybe only one monastery is good. Maybe the uniqueness of that, the spirit of only being able to go to one location, maybe that will incite a rebrand within our spirits.
Funding comes from many sources.
Amen.
With that,
Thank you.
I hug him and I kind of hastily leave.
Sure.
Got kind of a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, the room that was once peaceful, meditative, and focused is now kind of cryptic and tense as you leave. The students go, "Hey, Gideon!" They kind of wave to you as you pass.
Give him a humble wave.
Incredible. As you and Elthrin depart the Umbral Seal Monastery, do you do anything else before you leave?
No.
Excellent. Excellent.
I do ask Elthrin about his... Elthrin, you had something you needed to do? It's probably about time now. Is that right?
Yes. Is everything all right?
I'm not sure. But it will be, friend. Worry not.
I must attend to this meeting. I do request that before we end the night at the Copper Coin, I must speak with you and Raiden of a urgent private matter.
That and more, friend. We have much to discuss, I'm sure. Do you need assistance on these matters that you must attend to?
I'm sorry, you cut out.
I was asking if you needed any assistance with whatever you're doing.
No, I should be okay. Appreciate it, though. I will let you be on your way, and I'll meet you back.
Be safe, friend.
You as well.
I guess we'll go our separate ways.
Go our separate ways.
Amazing. Right. Copper Coin is quieter than it usually is.
Hey, yo.
You think it has something to do with the execution earlier? You think that it may also be Jerry muting. You think it may also be because of the king? The vibe is off. It's a lot less joyful and fun as it was, and as the barkeep sees you walking in, he gives you a wave, and judging by the look on that face, you need something strong.
Make it 2.
Of course.
Let's make it 1.
Okay, anything you say. How about one and a cranberry juice?
That's my man.
Excellent. He pours you some, goes up, like, you see him bring out this, like, kind of big stool. It's got 3 steps on it. Goes up to the very highest shelf. It's all dusty. Big glass bottle. Oh, you can smell it from where you stand. Pungent. Smells of oak, almost like moldy wood. He pours it. He says, yeah, this is a dwarvish whiskey, aged about 200 years. Had to give my eye for this thing. I got it back though. Pours you a thick cup, slides it over to you.
What's that gonna run me there?
Noticing your armor, and noticing that you no longer bear the pin of captain of the Mortal Vanguards, you see him. That one's on me.
Thank you, sir. Do you have a room maybe that's more private than?
Sure. That one won't be on me, but I can do about 5 silver for the night.
Okay, I'll do that.
Excellent.
And then I'll just post up at one of these tables, like you got me. Just waiting for
Okay.
Alexis. How many silver to a gold? Is it 5?
10.
10?
A figure comes in that you recognize. Ding! You hear the bell of the door. Several locks eyes with you and just kind of shakes his head. Goes to the table and says, "I'll have whatever he said." It's pretty. You see the guy look at you and he goes, "Pretty expensive." Like, might run you quite. I don't know if it's too rich for your pockets. Nothing is rich for my pockets in this damn city. Pour the drink. He pours him a drink and he goes, "That'll be a gold piece." Gives him 2, and Several just sits down. "You lot are savages," he says. Kind of beneath his breath, doesn't even really turn his face over to you. But a man who dies at execution is a coward's way to go.
You calling Leonidas a coward?
Not where the coward was directed to, friend. Not towards you either. Takes a swig. We have a coward as a king.
You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little hesitant to believe that the good old Black Knight has seen the light.
Valen was a king. He looks over to you. A man of honor, integrity, courage. Not afraid to get his bloody hands dirty.
Valen doomed a city. For what? For honor?
Glory?
Because it... Glory. What is glory? What is glory but pride in its purest form?
That's why no one will remember your name. He turns back, takes a swig.
You did.
Yeah, I did.
Here's the thing about you, Severo.
Please, tell me about myself. I'd love to hear it.
You hold in such high regard these ideals, glory, honor, hell. You'd probably put righteousness in there. And what you do is you see only these ideals and you forget and you look straight past the people. You don't understand that that's where the true power comes from. That's who
know what I
remembers
was-
names.
You know what I always liked about you, Red?
Not much, I imagine.
It's that you're a liar. And a bad one. Now, you would think the honest people. You'd think you'd want to be around honest people, wouldn't you? But no. That's where most people are wrong. See, you want to be around a liar, especially a bad one, because a liar you can always count on to be dishonest. I can always count on you to be dishonest. You remember when we signed up for the academy? On our 15, he's going to go deep into some history as you recall that day that you guys assigned up for the Mortal Vanguards together. Same class.
Mm-hmm.
What were we chasing? I think it was glory, pride, our name in the history books. I think that's what we were after, wasn't it?
I recall that being what you were after.
Piss off. You're just after my sister. Takes another swig.
Recall signing up for purpose, not glory.
Yeah. Yeah, Turncoat. I recall both of us pretty adamant that Valen was our guy. A Forsworn, destined to battle. Fuck all.
You speak of dishonesty and lying, and I wonder if the real liar is the person that sees all of the qualities he's chasing change in his leader and follows him still.
Incredible. He stands at this and looks over and says, "Watch your tongue."
Or what?
Hey,
Do
boys.
you have anything left you can take from me, Severo?
You see him. You see the barkeep like starts picking up the plates, like moving them, like putting them on. I don't want to take much, Raiden. I don't even know what I want from you at this point. I just. You're a man like me, damn it. It's supposed to mean something.
Then grow
I
a
don't know.
spine. Realize the things that you've been chasing aren't there anymore. Change your course. There's a different path, Severo. You're too naive or stubborn to realize it. Doesn't make you a bad person to change.
Roll me a persuasion.
I'll just roll it up here. Since it doesn't matter where I roll, I can't roll for shit. persuasion.
Yes.
Why does it take so long to go over to fucking son of a bitch? That's nat 2, or sorry, nat 1, number 2 tonight.
I was actually going to give you advantage on this. So
the
Thank
only
God.
rolls that I've done tonight have been a nat 1s.
I see the nat 20. I see the nat 20.
Where?
I
What?
believe.
Oh, do you believe? All right.
Please
well,
manifest you.
at least one of us does.
I give you guides from across the city.
Hope that's gonna work. God, it takes so long to go from. Oh, okay, a 10.
It's
Okay.
better than a 1.
You just see in the corner of the fourth wall meta, Several will remember that.
Good. And also, I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Jory Drake turncoat. He leaves just as suddenly as he came in.
I look back at the barkeep and I wink at him. He paid for mine too, didn't he?
Bloody King's Guard. You don't know that, but sure did. Just as soon as Several leaves, you see Alexis kind of hold the door, and he's like looks at her, shakes his head, and walks away. She goes, Was that my brother? What's he doing here? Were you guys being nice?
No. What was he doing here?
She looks
I'm
to the
not
barkeep.
really sure.
The barkeep says, Nicer than usual. You didn't break anything this time?
I'm trying. Okay.
It started since we were kids. You guys always rivals, both of you. Don't understand it.
So, and I'll push over the cranberry juice.
He noticeably looks at it, looks at you. No beer.
When were you going to tell me?
You see the barkeep like this, just kind of like leaning. She goes, "Can we go somewhere else?"
This is what the barkeep lives for.
Like, as soon as she says that, he goes back to what he's doing.
So, I did ask the barkeep if he had a more private place to be able to have a conversation, and I'm pretty sure I bought a room for the night. Now, I don't want you...
Are there any implications with that, right?
I don't want you to get the wrong impression.
Right.
So we can have a conversation out here, or we can have a conversation upstairs, or we can have a conversation somewhere that you would like. But it sounds like we need to have a conversation.
We definitely do. At this point, a group comes in, starts talking. A couple other groups start talking. She looks over and she says, walls are pretty thin here, especially where we're sitting now. So maybe it's best. And you get the sense that as she eyes some of the tables, she sees some nobles in there. Handful of them. She says, I know you've never been one for politics, but it's here regardless. So
Well, then you may want to be aware what it looks like if you walk up right behind me.
Yes, that's why I was going to say you walk in first, or I will walk up and you can climb the window outside. I'll throw you.
I stand up and I slam my hands on the table and I say, every time with you, I don't understand why you just can't get it through your head. And I walk up the stairs.
Can I please see a
She goes-
performance roll?
Fake! Yeah, performance for sure.
Oh, really?
yeah. She's going to.
You're giving me more opportunities to get nat ones.
She's gonna throw something at you, giving you an advantage on
A kiss.
this. I know your charisma is pretty bad.
Oh shit!
wow.
Nat 20! Dude, I'm
Don't
rewarded.
even need it. You don't even need it. Everyone looks over, and as you leave this bar, as you leave the copper coin, you kind of see everyone looking over, like, and as they're looking over, they kind of yes, they bitter blood between those two, very bad, and you notice that you think that the general view of the two of you is dwindled significantly because of this little hoorah you guys performed. She rushes upstairs, assuming you left the key on whatever there needs to be. She's gonna go in the big room. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna toss a silver to the barkeep and say, like whisper, sorry about the commotion. And walk out front.
Excellent.
I'm gonna roll that one while I try to.
I
climb
knew
up
I
this goddamn
manifested
window.
the nat 20.
He did.
Yeah.
Crazy. You go around the backside and you hear some ruckus, some noise. Wow. Somebody, as you pass by, bumps into you incredibly hard. Harder than necessary. Hooded figure, about the size of you, slams into your shoulder.
I think immediately I check my coin purse.
Okay. As you check your coin purse, you feel a hand kind of grip your forearm as he slams into you and holds your arm like in a lock almost, and leans down. He's going to say, "Thanks for letting me go."
Can I see his face?
You see a stark outline of what should be Cassius's face.
What should be or what is?
What is in the sense that it's like very, very shield. Roll me perception. See how much you can see of it. You recognize the voice for sure.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Perception?
Yeah. Incredible. On a 16, this is Cassius. He says, don't blink. Don't laugh too loud. Don't even breathe.
Oh, what are you doing here in the city?
I have business. Very, very fast business.
In the snake's den?
something like that.
Where can we find you?
Kennel Pass. It's always Kennel Pass, bud.
Seeming like all roads point there.
Sure is. Just know I'm safe. Watch it! He yells and like kind of bumps into you harder and then like kind of vanishes off into the amongst the crowd.
I think I'd be shaken but trying to like stifle it a bit. And then I would
Excellent.
mentally note like his I would mentally note his attire, like anything that I could pick off on his person that would
Sure.
like denote like
I'm
notate
gonna
him.
say I'm gonna say this is a great time for you to roll me a tactics, which is unique to your
Oh
class,
shit.
your origin.
Okay. I think I
And
did that before, didn't I?
you have it's your wisdom plus your proficiency.
Wisdom plus proficiency, which is not great. I probably would have put more wisdom in if I knew I was going to be doing wisdom roll.
This went great during the
You said that
backstory.
Said that last time.
Yeah, well, it's still true. What's my proficiency right now? +2? So +3, that's at
Yes.
18. That's a 21, baby!
Incredible. You mentally note two things. The first thing you note is that Cassius is wearing a hooded cloak that has several stitch-on patches. One of them is like a sort of purple color, while the rest of the cloak is black, and one of them is like a dark blue. These patches don't have any significance outside of that as an identifying feature of this type of cloak that he's wearing.
You said purple and blue?
Yes. The second thing you noticed is that Cassius has long white hair that usually stretches down like Jeremy's hair, like shoulder length.
Yeah, he's like platinum Jesus.
Looks beautiful.
It is you didn't see any strands of hair from his hood.
It looks like he's probably got it either tucked back or cropped.
Or he shaved it.
Hmm?
Or he shaved it.
Yeah, like cut it. Yep.
Yeah. Those are the two things you notice, and add that to your tactics, buddy.
This fucking day. And I will keep walking.
You walk around, you get the rope, you see it just kind of hanging out into a room.
Oh, he gave me rope? That's so nice of her. I'll climb up the rope.
Rapunzel.
Okay. I think to climb this, you could probably climb it. Roll me in acrobatics, just see how nimbly you do it. DC
I'm gonna be
is gonna be a
honest with
10.
you, dude. I've got like a +7 bonus, but I still am not confident. Oh shit, that was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty great.
I'm showing off a little bit on that one.
He jumps in the window, his shirt miraculously just rips away. Oh.
And there's a weird breeze that goes.
Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay. You climb up this relatively simply, crash into the window, kind of. Actually, you not land nimbly, gently down. as
I do
Alexis
it in a
kind
very
of
attractive manner.
Alexis helps you inside, and she says, "About time. What the hell took so long?"
What do you? It's been 45 seconds. I don't. Okay.
It's not been 45 seconds. She pulls us a stop
We'll time these
stopwatch
out.
from. Yeah, it's been much longer than that. You
You're timing?
imbecile.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
When you take that long, yes.
I got bumped into on the street, okay?
Oh my God! Did you play nice? Was
I
it
did.
Severo again?
No, I played very nice. I always play nice. I'm a nice man.
Okay. We know that's not true. Okay, so well, you
So,
saw. I noticed you got the room with only one bed. Nice.
well, I'm sorry. I didn't. I, were you wanting to stay? Or is this my room and you're just up here to talk? Because that's kind of what I thought this was going to be. But,
That's probably fine. I don't know. Look, what?
will you just tell me
What?
what's going on?
I don't know whose it is.
Does she have her ring on?
She's wearing gloves. Not really able to tell.
Well, what are your options? Are we talking like it's like a 50% or like a 20% or like 5% chance? Like what are we saying?
I would say it's 50% chance it's yours. And there's a 50% chance it is the heir to House Fenric.
Do I know this guy?
You do not. Not even a history will save you, unfortunately. You know how. Actually, you don't know how. You don't know anything about the political spectrum. What am I saying? She like holds her head in her hands. The nobles have arranged marriages, usually, sometimes. The really old school ones do. Unfortunately for me, Galahorn is an old school one. You don't remember coming to my porch, knocking on the door, Severo answering it, and always going outside to play, and all those nobles that were in there, all those men, and a beautiful wife to be.
Are you married now?
Engaged. Yes. Same guy from Kennel Pass, or around the same time. First saw.
Does he know about us?
He suspects.
He suspects, but you have not told him.
No, heavens no. Raiden, I wouldn't risk your stature, your status.
Alexis, I have one question for you.
I hopefully only have one answer.
Whose do you want it to be?
Oh, you can't ask me that.
I just did.
I want it to be whichever man can take care of me. And him or her. I want it to be. I want it to belong to whoever I can come home safe to at night and not have to worry is dead on the street. Look, I know this is a lot. After Kennel Pass, I didn't think I would ever see you again.
Neither did I.
I was happy to. I didn't even think you know. Am I showing that much? She kind of like leans and like tries to suck in her belly, but like, and again, it's not like super protruding, but like to a crude eye like yourself, marksman, good with a bow, you're like,
I'd say no. You look incredible as always.
you're such a bad liar.
You always could tell my lies. But it's funny because it always came with you thinking I was lying when I wasn't.
I'm a lieutenant of the Arcane Wardens. I've kept my status. I've maintained cordial relationship with the King's Guard, with my brother, with you, with the King, with the Queen.
Are you happy?
No. Is anyone ever really happy?
No, not these days. You once asked me if we could run away. Now, I remember thinking that this was youth and fantasy to escape the horrors that were to come. But there's part of me that still wonders. When you asked me that, were you running from something or were you running towards something?
I'd hoped that you, me, and Severo could play house one day. He could get on your nerves every day. We would be married. Raise a child that got on his nerves. Maybe a small city outside Crown Spike. Even in Bloodfen Gully, I like the sea. But these are childish dreams. My family, I would never be able to marry somebody that's not a noble. You know that. You've always known that.
of me that wants. There's part of me that wants to just say, fuck it, and come with us.
So where? Where are you going? Are you leaving, Gilmore?
Yes. But where we're going is not safe. Where we're going, I might not come back at the end of the day.
It's always this with you. She turns around, putting her hands to her face, like right by her eye ducts to like hide
Yeah.
any type of give in her emotions. I don't know how many times I could say goodbye to you.
I'll kind of make my way over to her. And I'll like hesitantly, slowly, in a very non-like threatening or aggressive manner, I want to place my hand on her stomach.
Mm.
And I will say, regardless of where this came from, you do what you need to do to keep them and yourself safe. And I will do what I need to do to make sure the world is better when they grow up.
Wipes her face and turns to face you, or I guess I'm gonna say that your hand is like around her and her head is this way. She turns to face you, gives you a soft, barely physical brush of her lips on your face, and then runs to the door, or moves hastily to the door, and she wipes her eyes and she says, "Sometimes I hope that I never see you again. And the thought of that scares me. But then I think about a world where I can never see you again. And that scares me even more." And as she opens the door, she looks back and she says, "If it's a boy, she looks up.
Name him Gideon.
And if it's a girl,
I like Lily.
like the flower."
Yeah. And as she turns, I'll call to her real quick and say, Alexis, you'll know in the coming years if we've done what we want to do. And if I make it out, I will find you.
Just hope it's not too late. She locks out the door, shutting it behind her. And you sit in a room filled with memories and filled with what could be's. Alone.
And yeah, I would sit and stare at the candlelight, kind of hearkening back to that night, staring into the campfire.
Mm.
Feeling alone once again.
Gideon, you have left Elthrin. Or, I'm sorry, you and Elthrin arrive at a chapel. The same one that
If-
you all were in previously.
If this is after the monastery, we
Yep.
did split up.
You did split up. Okay, Elthrin, you arrive alone at the monastery. Please move your token respectively to where you would like it. Midnight strikes. In the darker, dimly lit room of the synagogue of Kael'Morn, the Weeping Church, as you've known it to be called, Cyphus sits cross-legged, levitating, in the middle of this room. It's the same room that you were in earlier, where you were berated by the king and queen, and where you felt a divine presence. And as you approach, you see the automaton levitating and his eyes fully glossed over with radiant light. My son, you have come back. Peace. May peace follow your steps like a cloud that follows the twin suns. Please. He kind of gestures for you to approach.
I'll go ahead and approach to the front of this pedestal here.
What is it that you wish to discuss?
I had mentioned previously that I wish to gain the truth of this world, and you spoke as if you had the answer. So thus I return. Truth of this world being, if there really is a right or a wrong in any view, the people, what they believe, what is right, who should lead, who shouldn't, why are we in this world like this?
Your questions, they bear and are founded on the significant trust that all things require reason and can be explained. Know this, my son. The Beat von Sindrion is what is good. The Beat von Sindrion is the truth. And you, my son, are aligned in that. Yes?
How do we know if that is the right or the wrong? How do we justify the means of what is wrong
He looks to the ceiling, and as you look up with him, the paintings along the walls reveal a sketch of, crudely, I'll mind you, more abstract art of the cosmos, the suns, the galactical orbit of the stars and moons of Faldrin that shine bright, or once shone bright. And as he looks up, he says, "The ring in your hand, Celestia. The Exilus spire is crafted from this ornate metal, touched by the gods themselves. The Beat von Sindrion has deemed that metal, that ore, the beacon to the lost. You would agree that it is fruitful to guide the lost, would you not, Elthrin Vela?
Guide them to the way that is right, not to that of unnecessary cause.
Our causes are necessary. The protection of the realm and its inhabitants are necessary. The need for higher powers and gods is and always will be necessary. You understand, Elthrin Fela?
Yes.
It would appear, how much of our history do you truly know, Elthrin?
Not as much as I wish. I'd like to know all of it. To know why we are where we are.
Interesting. Celestium is what guides this realm. Some say it is how the Forsworn are chosen. Some say that it fell from the sky and knighted the first Forsworn himself.
What gives them or that the right to know who is deemed to be that of the Forsworn? Why? Why place the burden on a mere mortal?
The gods deem it. And the gods have their ways. But it seems that some, in spite of the Beat von Sindrion's attempts, need to be shown rather than just believe. Come. And the automaton takes out their hand. To guide you.
I'll follow their hand.
Can you be sworn to secrecy? Elthrin Phalon.
I am one that seeks the truth. One that will do any means to find this truth. I do not like to lie. But if I must, in order to get the answers I seek, so be it.
Well, come with me. Cyphus takes your hand and guides you to the corner of this room right here. And as the steps lead upward, you're taken down a caravan and down deeper and deeper. And as the staircase goes from wood to stone, on the walls of this synagogue, of this church, you see tapestry and arcane light begin to animate, almost as if it's telling a story. And as he guides you down for what feels like an hour or so, you approach large marble stone doors, and on them are attached metallic bands of celestium. They are the size of walls. Huge, 20, 30 feet in the sky. And he says, "It is here that we keep the heart of Faldrin and the Skylands stowed away." You must understand. And as he casts a sigil from his hand, he begins to cast a spell. And the spell opens the doors, and it begins to unlock levers and other types of machinery that has the gates enclosed, and with a loud, the doors kind of like gasp open. And he says, "But for some, seeing is believing." And as he presses open the doors with his autonomous hands, they swing. And from the below of deep within the weeping city of Kael'Morn, a massive creature lets out a loud scream. Chains wrapped from neck and all of its forearms and legs hold it into place with these giant horns that stare at you from afar, chained up fully. Several of the religious leaders of the Beat von Sindrion kneel all around it, all of them in constant concentration, focused. And from its neck, a large tube leaks its radiant, arcanic blood that spills into this ore and out in droplets. Magical. And he says, "Baphomet, the god of the afterlife, is the provider of Celestium. And who are we to interrupt that process. And as the living liquid of this being drips down, you see like urgently these like priests of the Beat syndrome go and they like they like take it out and they like move it and they blow on it, and then others come and they like begin to craft it, and like blacksmiths just like begin to like hammer away at the material, and then they like blow on it, and then they like craft, and then they like push it off to the side where it gets dipped into these flames of like a burning heating pot, and they move that, and then they move it out, and they just like on repeat, and you hear again a loud roar from this being trying to get out, but is just fully contained. And he says, so you see, the truth is sometimes much more grim than we wish to know. But it is all necessary. It is all the reason for the Beat Syndrome, for the faith.
Faldrin is very visibly shaking out of fear of what he is witnessing. I'll look back and say, you deem this as necessary? What is this?
This is the reason that you are graduating the Exilus Spire. This is the reason you can weave and cast magic. This is the beacon, and you will guide those to it, or you will die.
I'll look back over at it. If you deem it necessary, allow me to do something pleasing.
He waves his hand.
I'm gonna walk up closer to it, trying to force myself to, despite every urge in me, to run as far away from this as I can. I get closer. I look up at it. Its face. How tall is it?
Probably like 30, 40 feet. Massive. Skyscraper size.
1 second, please. I'll make sure I do this right.
Okay. Bro's about to release Baphomet into the entire Kael Morn.
I gotta try. I just read it. I thought it was a different way, but I'm gonna try it. I'll look up at it. And from my pouch, they'll see me pull out a copper coin. I'm gonna spin it in my fingers. I'm gonna just throw it up towards the top of him. I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on this creature.
Okay. Is that a save on my end?
It was 14 save. Unless you choose to accept it. The only thing I was reading and checking though is if the target doesn't know any languages and isn't telepathic, you learn nothing.
Plus 10, by the way.
If you wouldn't have rolled a 2, it would have still fucking been a 2, brother.
You feel deep into the lockings of this being's mind. You are fully able to grip the brain of this being.
As I feel that.
And you get its first coming wave of thoughts. Another priest. beckoned to be fed. And as you probe deeper, you see more of its thoughts, which at this point are focused to you. Little wizard, so keen on the use of its abilities. At this point, it feels like it's talking to you. Tell me, with all the mind and power that you have, can you feel the pain too? Now you can't respond, but that is what you hear. And its final thought is, Faldrin will be ruled by the gods once more. A time is coming when the gods shall cast judgment on what has been taken. Detect that, wizard. With another loud retch and scream, it tries to break free, and they go, Cyphus says, "You must go now. You have disturbed it." And he kind of pulls your cloak out of the door, and you see the there's a giant swing of his hand from the chains, and like he picks up one of the priests. Screams is like, and then they like hurry you out, and like the doors close back. They like quickly lock it. Two more priests move out with Cyphus, and they like using their hands fully sheath it back behind the walls. And you, Elthrin, have just seen a god.
Just heard a god too. That was fucking crazy.
That is where we will end for today, for this session.
Man.
Holy shit, brothers! I got the timestamp on that one, by the way.
Hey, so guys, who's this Valen guy again?
I don't know, but all his work's about to be undone. That's for damn sure. It's hard to know what's good and what's bad in this world. I like it.
That's what he seeks, and he's not getting the answer. He's just knowing all the bad.
Dang.
It's all motives, man.
Everything sucks. Just nuke it.
Nothing matters.
Incredible.
One thing matters. Love matters.
Dude.
Oh man,
between-
that was electric, actually. That was electric. I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time, but I was like, man, that was electric.
Truly.
That's a
Can
lot to
somebody
think
get
about.
on the clipping? Somebody needs to get on this clipping. Whoever's savvy.
What do you need? That whole thing?
I just want you to clip some of this shit, dude.
I have it all recorded. I have everything. I'll do what I need to do.
Cool.
Oh yeah, Mike, did you get the recording? Did you get the last session?
No, where do they come from?
I'll text to you, but Gamer sent it in the Google Drive.
In the
Does he have
Google
access to
Drive.
the... I think only you have access to the Google Drive.
No, I sent it to Jeremy.
Oh, okay. It's just little old Mike over there
Yeah.
doing this cool shit.
He asked you for it. I'm sorry. Here, I'll text you right now. Sorry, dude.